Okay, Pat, I'm out of the airlock, and I have my anchor point and my safety tether attached to the forward UA, or the forward airlock safety tether, or hook.
Great. If you can double check that both bails are closed and sliders locked and the reel is unlocked.
Good reminder. I've got bails are closed and sliders locked, and we are in unlock.
Okay, you can release your waist tether from the airlock D-ring.
Okay, so that one. That is complete.
Okay, Danny, I want you to reposition the handrail wire tie.
Can work.
Okay, and Nicole, your first thing will be to transfer your anchor hook out to Danny.
Okay, that's handed off.
Wire tie is repositioned. The anchor hook is attached to the aft anchor point, and I can certify bail's closed, slider is locked.
Danny Olivas in the process of opening up a thermal cover on the port side of the spent ammonia tank assembly, to be joined momentarily by Nicole Stott, who will use a ratchet wrench to turn a bolt counterclockwise, releasing one of the bolts holding the ammonia tank assembly onto the P1 or port 1 truss. There are a series of 4 quick disconnects that will be demated, 2 for the ammonia lines, the cooling lines themselves, and 2 for nitrogen pressurization lines.
Watch Clifton and them working the JPM right now. You wanted to point that back in the MPLM?
And Kevin, you could stop motion. I think that's good.
Happy with that. Motion's coming out, Nicole.
All right, and we may need a little bit. Let me get down here, though, and I'll tell you if we might need a little bit neither.
We did grapple the tank higher and closer to the truss than we'd practiced, so that might be the case.
This view from Danny Olivas' helmet camera, looking down at the released and now grappled ammonia tank assembly. He's looking straight down at Nicole Stott, who has left a portable foot restraint at the end of the station robotic arm, the Canadarm2. Kevin Ford will be repositioning the arm over to the Columbus module of the International Space Station so that Olivas and Stott can begin work to detach a European science platform from the end cone of Columbus, as well as 2 packages of material science experiments that are mounted on brackets nearby at the end of Columbus. This is Mission Control Houston, 3 hours, 20 minutes into the spacewalk, back with downlink television. You're looking at
And I am ready.
the end of the station's robotic arm with the used ammonia tank assembly in its grasp, as Nicole Stott and Danny Olivas are in the process of working to unbolt the European Technology Experiment Facility, a suite of 9 European experiments from the end of Columbus, at which they have spent the last year and a half collecting data on a variety of environments in low Earth orbit. The European Technology Experiment Facility, first mounted to the end of the Columbus module in February 2008 by spacewalkers Rex Walheim and Stan Love, has been removed from its bracket at the end of Columbus by this new team of spacewalkers, Danny Olivas and Nicole Stott, and we are in the process now of maneuvering Stott and this experiment platform back down to the payload bay, where it will be bolted in place at the rear of Discovery's cargo bay on a cargo pallet for the trip back to Earth.
Okay, you're going to translate to the port side of the ODS. You're going to do a regular fair lead on the port ODS handrail. And then you're going to translate down to the LMC and stow her 85-foot safety tether right there on the zenith port side of the LMC.
Okay, can you tell me, is there a particular location I have to put the load alleviating strap on my mini workstation?
The Canadarm2 multitasking, grappled on to the ammonia tank assembly and being used to haul Nicole Stott and the European Technology Experiment Facility over to Discovery's cargo bay, where it will be berthed on a cargo platform for the trip back home. You can see at the bottom of your screen, still attached to the end of the Columbus module, is the MISSI experiment packages, the materials for ISS experiment packages. Those two experiment attaché cases will be folded up and removed from brackets at the end of Columbus and brought back into the payload bay to be stowed on the port sidewall carriers of Discovery's cargo bay.
Motion continues. A few more degrees to go.
Copy.
Looking good. Good. Plenty of clearance for the payload bay liner.
Yeah, I see that. Thanks, Danny.
Good. Motion continues.
STS-128 mission specialist Danny Olivas making good progress on this MISSI experiment, getting ready to remove it from the outside of the Columbus laboratory. He has
The reason I had problems removing the connector cap off was because the barkings are 90 degrees out of phase, or 270 degrees out of phase, but they're fine for the connector itself.
Copy.
He has so far removed what's called pip pins, which are little small quick disconnect pins that we're holding these two. You see them on the right and the left, almost suitcase-like experiments open, and he has put those pins back in to secure them closed for the ride home. He is now in the process of removing the different connectors and cables. As he continues to work on this, Expedition 20 flight engineer Nicole Stott is on her way from Discovery's payload bay up to Columbus to help out Olivas through the remainder of this activity. You see Stott there making her way fairly rapidly up the payload bay of Discovery.
The bend tech is installed.
Copy. Now you can remove the connector cover from the J6B dummy.
Copy that.
Hi, Robert.
Yeah, and copy that, CJ. I guess we're looking at where you would break out of the cleanup steps to take care of the CLA cover and the PMA heater. For the CLA, whenever Nicole is between step 3 and 4 of the cleanup on
okay, so Danny, understand you've got the small bag on your BRT, and Nicole has got the CLA cover and the CLA with two tethers.
Step 8 of the cleanup procedures.
Great job. And I know you're complete with your tether swap. And Nicole, have you started your tether swap?
No, I need to get down there.
Yeah, I'm in her way right now, so I'll head on back to the airlock.
Copy all, Houston. We'll do it just that way. Thank you very much.
Where would you like me to translate to next?
Back to the airlock, Danny.
Back to the airlock, okay.
Hey, and Pat, I have my right waist tether attached to the forward UIAD ring with this tail closed slider lock.
Good work, Nicole.
Okay, Pat, ready?
Okay, Danny, say again.
Ready for next?
Yeah, did you pick up that?
I was going to try and drop off the toll board first.
Sounds good.
Again, today's spacewalk has concluded at an elapsed time of 6 hours and 35 minutes. It began at 4:49 p.m. Central Time.